Guys, Cow here, bringing you another video. This one going to be Town Hall 11 progression. So we have both of our heroes ready to be upgraded again. So we're going to quickly do that because we have the elixir to do so. We're not going to do our queen right now because it's 102, and we need to, of course, get enough for our sneaky goblins. So we're going to be doing some sneaky goblin raiding, hopefully getting 50k in order to get our queen down, as well as boost both our troops. So we're going to know we hit it because we'll be able to get down our queen this time. Or we're going to be able to get down our queen for today. So let's go right into it. We're going to start with a 5k loot raid right here. Because we're really trying to get the dark elixir, we're going to be really picky and do our best to not really waste many sneaky goblins on anything that isn't going to net us dark elixir. So we're going to go right here and right here. And I think we might skip out on that drill right there. Oops. Mostly because I don't want to use too many sneaky goblins trying to get there, because we are still Town Hall. Actually, I think we did upgrade to Town Hall 11 troop space, so we might have enough troop space to really play with using our sneaky goblins more aggressively, but might as well try to really get as much out of our army camp as we can. Ooh, had a little bit of skeleton action coming out, but we're gonna grab that and then dip. We got 3k, one raid, and we're gonna move on to the next one. Use no spells, so that's always a good sign. So we're gonna move on to the next one, and we're just gonna keep on nexting. Today's topic, I guess I wanted to talk about, and I was gonna make a video separately on it, but I thought that maybe we'll just use it as a topic for one of our Let's Plays, just because it's relatively easy to talk about, and just so that I have something to talk about during these videos. But pretty much it's on the topic of how many times should you attack or play per day. And I think it is an important question to ask yourself. Oh, did I forget to swing these to the front? I did. So we're gonna have a few less wall breakers for our next raid, but I guess that will be okay. For example, for my hero, the queen, I need 100,000, we'll just say 105 to make the math easy. 105,000 dark elixir. And every raid I do, right, is netting me 5,000 about. So by doing the simple math, 5,000 divided by 105 would be 21, I believe, because 5 times 20 is 100, and that additional 1 will get us to 105. So that's 25 attacks in those few days. 25 5,000 dark elixir raids. Oh man, I think we're going to use a queen for this drill right here. And we're going to try using this jump to get into the dark elixir right here. So with specifically sneaky goblins though, because you need to, let's say, get every 3 days you need to get 50k, and an upgrade for a queen is a week. Well, that means within that week you'll need an additional 100k. So now we're looking at 200k, so that's a total of 20 additional than the 21. So you're looking at 41 attacks. And 41 attacks in 7 days would be, let me do some quick math. it would be 6 to 7, right? 7 times 7, 49, and we need to hit 41. So actually it'd be 6 raids for 42. 6 times 7, 42. Raids per day. Now, let's look at that. So, for example, 6 raids per day would be for a non-sneaky goblin attacker, or a sneaky goblin attacker who uses a full army. Would be, you'd have to log on 3 times a day to get in your 6 attacks, because 2 attacks per army king. Let me do this correctly real quick. I'm thinking about too much math on the mind. You can't focus on what I'm doing. 6 attacks per day, which is logging on 3 times a day to make sure that your queen is going to be down in time for the next upgrade. But with us getting 20,000, we're at least aiming for 20,000 dark elixir, or in this case 50,000 dark elixir per one login. You really need to only log on once or twice a day, because you're effectively getting so many. If you're able to do a 10-minute thing, play 10 minutes once or twice a day, so that means you're looking at, with one account, to make sure that you'll have a hero down in time at all times. You're looking at 20 minutes of Clash a day, which, if you think of it that way, is pretty, I don't know, it might be motivating to get through the next few upgrades. But that's really all it takes for you to be successful in Clash of Clans. Is you can, if you do sneaky goblins correctly and you're doing it correctly, you only need to play 20 minutes a day. If you're not using it very effectively, you have to spend that time more spread out throughout the day. Logging on 3 times a day, attacking 6 times a day is a lot worse than logging on once a day. And really doing your best to keep track of it. For example, E-Dragons, I have to do a lot more attacks with Electro Dragons than I do with the Sneaky Goblins. So I guess this is just a big talk on how good Sneaky Goblins are. But you can also take this to everything you do in an upgrade. If your Town Hall upgrade, I'm just going to throw a random number out there. I don't know any of the... Ooh, free snipe. I don't know any of the actual numbers, but let's say, I think 10 mil is like one of the upgrades. If you're trying to get 10 million gold in a week, how much would you have to attack? Well, assuming you're getting 500k, I think if you're going for a specific loot, like if I was going for elixir or gold, I think aiming for at least 500k per raid is a good starting point. It would be 500 into 10 mil, which would be 2 attacks per million, 10 million, 20 attacks. So then you can really space out your day like that, and really understand how much you need to play to prevent burnout. Because if you do all your attacks in one day and get all the loot, you might feel successful, but you might also forget about the account and then go out of, I don't know about you guys, but if you have a little system going and you stop doing it, sometimes you forget how to do that, and it makes it more difficult to get back into it. Whereas if you have a little, you play a little bit every day, you'll be able to progress, I guess, a little bit easier. It might be less stress on the mind. Just something to think about if you log on once a day versus maybe 5 times one day and 0 times all the other days. There is one little ooh, I thought I messed it up. One little thing I have to say, of course. No. And that is when you're raided, you of course lose loot. So the more, you might have to attack a few more times in order to make sure that you're not losing more loot than you're gaining. Well, you would never really lose more loot than you're gaining, but in the sense of you want to make sure that you're taking into consideration that you might be losing a little bit. And for the most part, I think it doesn't really matter how much loot you lose, because of the little cart that comes right here and gives you a chunk of it back. Really helps prevent them out, and also you have collectors. So usually the amount of loot lost is not very important. Or not important, but doesn't make that big of a difference if you really think about it. I'm going to cheat. It's not cheating actually, but we're going to use the loot in here, and we're almost to our queen, which means that we need how much more? We need 5k more. So this is what I do when I need the final little bit for my queen. We're going to do a little bit of dark elixir sniping. We're going to drop a few trophies, but it's going to be sniped. Luckily, we got some easy sniping right here. I'm just practically giving it to us. YouTuber privilege. Am I right? Getting a little bit more. Oh, that was only 1k. Boo. But we're just going to keep on chugging. We're going to prioritize our sneaky goblins, making sure that they're chugging. And we're just going to keep on sniping full collectors or storages until we get there, and we can, of course, push our way back up in trophies if needed. I did make a video on that, and there will continue to be videos on that coming out throughout the week, of course. So if you are interested in how to push trophies with sneaky goblins and be effective with that, be sure to check out the channel, or subscribe and make sure or just subscribe so then you know when the next video is coming out. We're looking at one more raid, hopefully, because we need 1.2k, right? So this might do it, because we can do one sneaky goblin and our queen right here. Boom, boom. Dip out, and let's see, what do we have? We have 102, so we did make it. Boom, and that would be, with a little bit left to spare, what that means we farmed 50k in a short amount of time. I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I will do some walls actually, because we have loot. So I won't end the video just now. We'll go right here. We have another day for our Grand Warden. Just a little recap. We are upgrading more dark. I think we finished our minions last episode, and I was deciding whether or not to go minions or haste, so I went haste instead of the minions, because the haste will give us more power for our Lunion than the minions, because they're mostly for cleanup. What else? We're finishing up this army camp. Yeah, see? And then we're going to go on to this one. And these are 9-day upgrades. We have 2 days until we're going to move on to this one. That's why we didn't get to do as many attacks, and felt like we lost a bit of sneaky goblins pretty quickly. That's just because we are hindered on our army camp space. So with that, we are going to finish up the last of these walls. We did, and for other things, I didn't record what I upgraded, but whenever I have some free time where I know I'm not going to be playing for a certain amount of time, I always go to the cheapest upgrade and upgrade something here. So 5 hours, that's going to happen while I'm sleeping, recording at night, just to get a little bit more progress down there. Oops, I upgraded way too much, but that is okay. We're going to get plenty enough for this level 12 Grand Warden in the meantime while we're farming out to get both these heroes back down again. So let's upgrade that skeleton trap right here. Boom. And that is going to be for the home village. For here, I'm just gonna flash it just in case people care. All I do is upgrade super minions. I mean minions, and I spam minions and upgrade the important things. But let me know if you want a more in-depth of the Night Village. I just assume people don't care too much about it, so I don't look into it. But that's the video. I hope to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.